Hello, everybody. It's me, Dana. It's cold and snowy, very wintry here today, not like it was the other day. I wanted to make a quick video because I've had, in the readings that I did over the past week, it came up quite often for those of you who were tuning into your intuition that meditation would be beneficial for you. And a couple of you asked me for some tips and guidance. Well, I am by no means an expert and have not been doing it for years, but I can tell you that since I have made the efforts to do it more often and make it a daily practice, my intuition and my tuning in abilities have amped up significantly. It's like a magic solution to almost anything that's going on in your world. So tuning out and tuning in. I associate the conscious mental mind to like a insecure person or a jealous child or a puppy. Whenever it doesn't have your attention, it starts jumping around and trying to get your attention back. So it really does take a bit of effort in the beginning to learn how to quiet that mind. Some people call it the monkey mind because it really is insistent on being front center and running thoughts in front of your screen at a constant basis. I made a quick slideshow here to let you know, give you some ideas. So when we tune out and spend some time tuning in, we get a lot more intuition happening. It takes practice to quiet the mind. You don't have to sit in a yoga position. You just have to be still. Focus on your breathing. When you are sitting, sit in a dignified position. So here are some suggestions. Start with 10 minutes a day. After you shower, sit quietly and soak up the steam and just focus on breathing in, breathing out. Some people count. So breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 2, breathe out for 4 seconds. But find your own rhythm. Don't hyperventilate. Writing in a journal for 10 minutes helps. Listening to music in another language. One of my favorites is Deva Premal. Now, the best way to find what kind of music or meditation is going to work for you is on YouTube, because there's so much out there. And it's a lot easier to find something that you like and try it on YouTube rather than to go out and buy a bunch of CDs. So my favorites as of this moment are Deva Premal. I love the song The Gayatri Mantra. It's about 10 minutes long, and I listen to it with headphones on, and I actually just close my eyes and kind of sway to the music, and I go to another place. So I do it in a standing position. I find it very difficult to sit down and sit still for a great length of time. You probably noticed that in my videos. I don't sit still very well. Anyways, uh, there are different places have drumming circles. This is a great way to practice meditation too. It's a different type of meditation, but you get into the rhythm of the music of the drum, and it takes your mind away, and you just kind of enjoy the experience. So for a little while, you're not thinking about all those thoughts that are always running through your head. And this is the key, just to turn those thoughts off and open up the doorway for new things to come in. When your mind is running all those thoughts around in your head, it is in front of the doorway to the bigger stuff. It is in front of the doorway to opening up the bigger, larger, more expansive you. So if we can get that mind to quiet and be still and get out of the way, we can explore a whole new universe. Before bed, sit and slowly count backwards from 100 to 10. When your mind starts to wander, just bring it back. And it will wander. It's going to take some practice. It took me a long time to really actually sit, but the first time I had a really effective meditation, I met my spirit guides, and it was phenomenal. It was like I was out there in a whole nother dimension. So that didn't happen the first time. It took some time. So when I first started, I liked the guided meditations. Now I prefer just music or to go walking. I also tune out when I paint. So I will put on some music that I like that doesn't have words in it that I'm familiar with. That's why I like the Deva Premal, because it's not English, it's Sanskrit actually. And you'll have to listen to something like that a couple of times before you will really let it, you'll enjoy it. Okay? I listened to the Deva Premal Essence CD every morning when I had my shower for 2 weeks. And after that, it just kind of put me into a meditative state whenever I would put it on. So I will put on music like that, and I will paint, and I go off into another world when I do this. Another way of doing this is when I go for a walk and I listen to nature. Some people can talk to the trees. Some people can talk to the animals. Some people can really connect with the birds. And I have found that recently these doors have been opening up for me. I don't tell everyone this, but honestly, I believe the trees were talking to me the other day, and they told me spring is coming early. I'm all for that, especially today, because it just keeps snowing and snowing and snowing. So I am predicting that spring's coming early where I live, as early as the end of February, which is about 2 months early for here. But I'm in for that. So these are just some ideas. You're going to have to explore and find your own best way. It may be a combination. You may like to dance and listen to music. You might like to sit still. You may like yoga. To each his own. The thing is, there is no wrong way. We're all unique, and that's why we need to discover our own best solutions. All sorts of people will give you tidbits and this and that, but just beware of rigid rules, because those things usually turn a lot of people off. If someone says, no, you have got to do it this way, and you've got to do it that way, well, tell them thank you very much, and then just keep moving along and go and talk to somebody else, okay? um, I'm not a fan of the chakra meditations. I understand we have these energy points, but I do not focus on that because it feels like it sections you off to me, and I believe or feel more. It feels more beneficial to me just to think of my inner center, my heart center, as my core essence and my core being. And I focus on that and expanding my inner light. And that's where I go. So the chakra meditations and Kundalini meditations do not resonate with me. They may for you, but like I said, to each his own. So that's my guidance for that, and I hope this helps. But honestly, dedicate 10 minutes every day to this for the first week, and more if you can. But really, just make that a new habit because it's for you, and it's all about benefiting you and opening up your intuition. I'm going to make another quick video on some of the beautiful intuition and tuning in messages that I received this week, and how I interpret the messages and how they've been coming to me, because it's really amping up and it's changing. I honestly feel like I'm Harry Potter at Hogwarts and I just found my magical flu powder or something like that, but it's really getting more and more clear. And I know that this has a lot to do with the fact that I have been spending more time in meditation in the past 2 weeks. So I'll leave that with you. I hope it helps. And if you have any comments or questions, I hope you leave them below. And thank you so much for connecting with me. And I hope I'm helping more of you connect with your smiles. Thanks, everyone. It's me, Dana.